Today, I'm going to put together a catacomb set that I just finished printing, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll send it to the guy who purchased it. Anyway, let's go and get back to the other side of the camera, and here we go. Here is the catacomb set, and there are a lot of pieces to this. There's still one piece still printing, and that is the bridge. Now, it's not the bridge to Terabithia, it is the bridge to the top of the catacombs. Bom, 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 bom. All right, so let's just start here on this piece. And I got to take off all the supports first. So let's go ahead and get these supports off. Come on out of there. You're the next contestant on. Let's build those catacombs. I guess I got to aim this up so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing here. So, when I was younger, I got a snake mountain one time on eBay years and years and years and years ago. And one thing that really bothered me about it was I never had one as a kid. It was actually much older. And is that He-Man spends all his time fighting to get up to this little area here. And on the original one, it's even smaller than this. And on the other side, he has the stairs and everything else. Hey, thanks for joining us. And then he finally makes it all the way up here. He busts in the gate. He avoids hitting the snake, everything else. And then when he gets here, there's nothing except for a trap door to fall into and die. And that's always bothered me because how many times can you trick He-Man into coming up there? So when I was younger, I made a cool little thing out of a garbage can and one of my wife's flower pot pieces and made it so it was a big old piece up here that Skeletor could sit in his throne that I made out of foam and have a spot that actually makes sense for He-Man to want to fight all the way up to get there. Because, you know, you can only use that trick once with the fake floor, you know, and so it made more sense to me that you'd have to have it more than just a one-trick pony one time only. So that's why I designed this catacomb originally for the new Snake Mountain, was so that there was a way to get up to that top area. Now, I love the idea of stairs going up for battles and stuff, so that is also why I have added stairs to it. Now, I have all these pieces right here that are connection pieces, and you stick them in the hole and you use that to connect the pieces up. But whenever a piece is against the bottom, sometimes it makes a lip so it won't fit in. So we'll see. Yep, sure enough here, this side and that side. These were against the bottom when it printed. So I got my Dremel tool here to sand out those spots so it will fit together. All right. And I have my handy dandy little bit here to do this. Let's get to sanding. Let's get to sanding now. And after you get it sanded so far down, you have to angle it to take off the lip. Otherwise, you end up with this weird kind of thing going on. And it's only on the bottom pieces where it touched the plate. It's not on the other pieces for some reason. I know, I'm probably out of frame, aren't I? Just about. There we go. All right, that's looking pretty good. See if it fits now. There we go. It's tight fit, but it does. All right, for the other side now. For the other piece. Oh. All right, now let's do the angle. Almost done. All right, so those two are done. Get all the fuzzy stuff out of there. And let's go ahead and put in two of our connectors. There we go, a 1. And oh, it's a tight fit. Ugh. You know what? I might remake these. These look awfully long. I think if I was to make them shorter, it might cause less problems. You know what? I'm remaking these pieces, actually. Gonna make them just a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter now. So I get this one back out. Hey, Mike. Thanks for being here with me. Yep. It is time to... So I can get this one disengaged. Ooh, I got stuck. I'm gonna have to get my channel locks to get it out of there. There we go. There it comes. Yep, so I'm gonna actually make these a little bit shorter. I've used these ones for a long time, but I'm thinking if I just made them a little shorter, it'd just make life a little easier. All right, so we have this piece here. And then we have the upper stairs. Ooh. And lots of pieces to take out. Worst part about this is right like this. So you have all these supports in here, and wherever the supports touch, always makes it look really bad. So I tried to make all those supports to be on the bottom half of this, so it's not quite so bad. So you know, like this is the bottom half of the stairs, which is why they're printed in pieces, was to keep those supports from causing us problems later on. Ugh. And not being in the part that's really visible where the figures actually stand. So this is the underside, the underbelly of the stairs. It's always fun trying to get these supports off sometimes. All right. Come on off. So again, I'll reprint those connection pieces to be not quite so long. All of a sudden it dawned on me that maybe why I can't get it closed all the time, because I know there's some spots that just will not close all the way. And this here. And again, because this was on the bottom, I'll have to sand around this as well, but I'll do that later, not on camera. So see, this is the side the figures stand on, nice and smooth. And then we have these stairs here. And this is the bottom half of the stairs. So the problem with these parts are so big. Like I print them on my newer machine, but to keep consistency, if I printed just one on the big printer, I could print them all on the big printer so they all have the same look and feel to them. Otherwise, the parts don't match. You have some that look extra smooth and some that would look really rough. All right. You can see the supports get taller and taller as the stairs get further up the line. Come on, breaking Z off. Ugh. Ugh. All right. There we go. One time I sent Mike apart. I'm like, Mike, I'm not tearing the supports off, man. If you want it, you got to take the supports off. So I sent him Hordex chair. And man, poor Mike, he was stuck trying to pull supports off. And it was a really bad support heavy print. And the supports were so tight to the build that it was pretty hard to get them off. I did one, which is the chair I have sitting way over there. But I was like, Mike, you have to do it if you want the chair. So Mike, how'd that go with those supports anyway? Maybe you can chat while I'm pulling these off. Ugh. Oh, come on off. There we go. And this one is on the top, so no supports for the holes. And is that it? I think we got them all. I guess the top here. Oh yeah, no, I didn't get the top here. This one also is going to require sanding all the way around because this is on the bottom. All right, I'm going to loose assemble it so you guys can see kind of what it looks like, even though I'm not going to have all the right pieces in to hold it for right now until I print new ones. But let's go ahead and just kind of loose assemble it for now. Let me get rid of some of this garbage. And for the guy who bought this, I got an extra special surprise for him. Extra special surprise, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. Okay. There we go. All right, so we have these stairs here, and these stairs mount right like that. And just for now, I'm going to stick this in there if it's going to fit. It's not going to fit, so I got to sand that out. We'll just stack them like blocks carefully. There we go. And this one goes right here, but so I can put the side block in until I can sand it and get shorter blocks. Just to hold it for now. And then this goes up here like so. Dun 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 dun. Now of course it's not all assembled right now, but that's kind of the gist of how it goes together. And then one last piece is a wooden bridge that goes across here. That's not made of wood. It's actually made of brown plastic. It's printing right now. But here's what's cool is I like to put Skeletor's throne right there, which is kind of fun. But Skeletor, whoop, I just pulled my camera apart from the holder. There we go. But Skeletor's throne by itself is a little bit lackluster and kind of boring. So for you, man, I'm including a free table. There you go. And the ball glows in the dark, and it has the same connector pieces as the set. Now, when you put this together, make sure you put it in here first, then put this on top. If you don't, it'll end up going too far in the ball, and you'll have a hard time getting it back out. And so there is your Skeletor's throne and chair that I'm including for free for you, man. And the reason why I'm giving it to him for free is he just bought some horses from me, and the horses' necks broke, and I'm including the pins to fix the necks. But I felt bad, so you're getting a free table too, for me to say, sorry, your horse is broke. That's really stinky. Oh, also I got this stalactite piece here too. I forgot to put this on. Let's put this on really quick. Let's spin this around. And again, once I get those new pieces made, it won't be so unstable. There we go. Do-do-do. All right, and if you want one of these, either contact me on Facebook or on eBay. Let me know, and I'll put another one up for sale if somebody asks. And if not, probably in a few weeks I'll put one up for sale anyway. But there we go. There is the stairs and the whole catacomb. And like I've said before, there are a lot of layer lines. So please do not be surprised when you get it to see this plethora of layer lines in the builds. It's just the way it is. You can see all those lines right there. And they do look horrid. It drives me crazy. But it's just how this thing prints. I've tried everything and try to fix it, and they just look bad, bad, bad. Which is why I always tell people, when you get this, coat it with something and then paint it, and it looks so much better. Use some kind of type filler type stuff. I use resin on mine. Just something. Sand around this edge right here once it's glued together. I saw this one guy that's kind of cool. He actually melted this edge and it got rid of the seam. It looked really cool. But again, be very careful if you do something that crazy. But yep, there you go. And of course, right where the stairs touch, right here on this edge, you're going to want to put some filler in on the stairs as well before you paint it. Just something in there to fill these gaps here, whether it's 2-part epoxy or whatever it is, just to fill it up. You could probably even use caulking for it if you wanted to. All right. I think that's the end of my video until I finish my parts. It is cool though. It does line up really nicely height-wise with this piece here, which of course is the purpose, right? Is to give whoever climbs up this tower a reason to go up here. And that's the reason. Usually I put the piece right here so Skeletor's throne could be off to the side a little bit. And there you go. All right, let me take a look at what Mike wrote about his peeling off the parts. I was able to get one and paint it purple with some black in it. Nice. Mike, thank you so much for always pushing the likes, man. My Hordak chair looks good. I will post pictures of the lounge. Nice. Use new snake. Let's see. I did a good job on it and it's painted. Excellent. Peeling the stuff off is annoying yet satisfying at the same time. That is hilarious, man. Let's see. I'm making a mountain style display piece out of air dry clay. It's going to be heavy but solid. Nice. Excellent. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, you guys. And let's see. New scale raw. All right. Nice. All right. Well, until next time, like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. Bye, you guys.